OK, let me move on from the borrowing figures and let me put this to you. This is politics. You're the election supremo. Doesn't this row simply... And you say timing doesn't matter, but surely it does, because what this does is feed the narrative that Starmer will hang on to any policy until he thinks it might damage his electoral chances, and that he will do anything simply to win. It didn't take us very long, by the way, to find at least 10 things that he had said were fundamental to Labour's offer that are now history. And I'm not going to read them all off. I've got a graphic here, but the House of Lords abolition, gone. The abolition of universal credit, gone. Abolition of tuition fees, gone. All things that he said that he would do. Now, isn't your problem that what this row does is suggest that Labour really can't be trusted?
Well, let me make 2 points in response to this. First of all, I think it's an act of strong leadership to look at your manifesto promises in the run-up to an election, where it could be any time this year, and really test them against current circumstances. And if current
so we can expect more promises to be binned?
A huge rising. Look, if things have to be changed in the latest circumstances, that's the right thing to do. The wrong thing to do is to just keep things if something like your borrowing costs have gone up by £70 billion a year and ignore that fact. So it's an act of leadership to make sure that when you go to the people in an election, the policies in your manifesto are absolutely right for the circumstances in which that election is fought. And it's no secret that oppositions will say things years before an election, but we're at what Alex Ferguson would call the business end of the season now, and we've got to make sure that manifesto is right. But the second point I want to make on U-turns is the Prime Minister we have is a living U-turn. He's only there because they had to ditch a disastrous mini-budget, and the centrepiece of his leadership in the past year has been to ditch a policy on HS2. So he is actually a living, walking U-turn.
I've just
That's
been ticking off
so this
Michael
attack,
Gove
we're the only people who change our minds.
And I'm afraid I need to do the same with you.